What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review, and this time we're going to be covering Teen Titans, the Judas Contract. Judas Contract is a sequel to Justice League vs. Teen Titans, and is also a follow-up to Son of Batman. Teen Titans Judas Contract picks up 1 year after the events of Teen Titans vs. Justice League. In a mid-credit scene of Justice League vs. Teen Titans, we saw the arrival of Terra. She's now been with the team for a year, but there's more to Terra than meets the eye. She's actually a double agent working for Slade, who is trying to take down the Titans because he has a pact with this guy called Brother Blood, who wants to extract power from the Teen Titans to make himself an immortal god. Yes, the plot is really that convoluted. Overall thoughts on Teen Titans is that it's a fun animated movie, but its story is a mess. The story is a mess. It tries to do 600 different things all at once, and it's really hard to follow at times. You know, you have the whole thing with Slade and Terra, which to me is actually the strongest part of the movie. And then you have the stuff with Brother Blood, which to me is the weakest and lamest part of the movie. The stuff with Brother Blood, I can care less about. It does nothing for me. The stuff with Terra infiltrating the Titans, her actually growing to, like the Titans, but still has a commitment to Slade, that stuff to me I found more appealing. And it's just because seeing Deathstroke back is cool, voiced by the late great Miguel Ferrero, who was Bob Morton in RoboCop. He voices Slade, and unlike Thomas Gibson, who voiced Slade in Son of Batman, Miguel is a more fitting voice for Slade. I like his sinister raspiness he gives Slade. He has a very commanding presence with his vocal performance as Slade. Really good Slade. really one of the better voices of Slade. Got to go to the late great Miguel Ferrer. And Christina Ricci does a good job playing Terra as well. Christina Ricci, who people will know from movies like Casper. She was also in Sleepy Hollow. Very talented actress. And she does a good job playing Terra as well. I like her interactions with every single member of the Titans. I like the romance that develops between her and Beast Boy. I think it's really natural. I like how she's skeptical of Raven. I like how, like most people, she does not like Damian Wayne. Though in this movie, Damian Wayne is actually much more likable. He's much more tolerable. He's actually learning to be more part of a team, which is something I can appreciate. You're finally doing something right with Damian. So yes, that stuff to me was Damian. That's good stuff. Though I don't like the fact that the last movie, we're hinting at a romance between Damian and Raven, and this movie does not even explore that for a second. Because throughout the majority of the film, Damian is being held captive by Slade, and Raven is just, hanging out in the background doing whatever. And then like the last 2 minutes of the movie, Raven gives Damian a puppy, and the movie expects you to be like, see, development. No, you didn't do anything. You didn't even hint that sort of stuff, a lot of stuff like that, because early on Damian is captured and Raven doesn't do anything for the majority of the movie, which is a shame, because one of my favorite parts of Justice League vs. Teen Titans was this beginning romance between Raven and Damian. But there are some things this movie does like. I do like. I like Jaime's relationship with his parents. I like how he's homesick. He wants to see his parents, and I like the fact that his father is distant from Jaime because he has the alien technology on his back. I thought that stuff was okay. I actually like how they handled Terra's backstory. I thought that was well done. Though I am not a fan of this Terra Deathstroke romance. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't get it. It makes Deathstroke come across as a pedophile, and that's just not cool in my book. The world's greatest assassin is not the world's most disgusting human being. But I don't want to even touch on that anymore. I don't even want to touch on that, because there's this one scene when Terra's in a nightie, and it's just weird. Really, really weird. The stuff with Terra and Deathstroke being lovers is just random. She's a teen. He's clearly a man who's in his 50s. It's just so weird. It's really, really weird. But aside from that weirdness that I don't like, we do get stuff that I do like. I like the more of the Starfire and Nightwing. Their relationship gets more expanded upon. They're lovers, and that relationship gets grown. And this movie features Nightwing a lot. This movie also has a nice little prologue at the beginning, where we see the original incarnation of the Teen Titans. We see Robin, Kid Flash, and we see how they meet Starfire for the first time. I like that opening prologue. You know, it gives us some backstory to a Starfire. You know, she's a refugee from her home planet because her sister's on a homicidal rampage. And I also like how, you know, and again, I like the relationship between her and Dick. Though I think the movie could have done a little bit more with that. But for what I got, it's okay. I'm kind of grasping at straws because this movie doesn't really give you a lot to sink your teeth into, because it's a very loose adaptation of the Judas Contract, but it's in this continuity and the DC movie universe. Though I like most of them, it is a very shaky thing, and this movie is pretty much a sequel and it's part of that universe. And these characters, you know, are not really the best developed, so to speak. But the movie's trying to do the best it can do to try and make these characters likable and interesting and interact with one another. And for the most part, I think it does okay. It really does okay. But, yeah, so animation style is pretty good. The animation looks fine. The fight sequences look okay, are good, are well done. There's some good fight scenes here and there, so that's fine. Like I said, the stuff with Brother Blood brings the story down, and it just makes the plot very convoluted. The stuff with Deathstroke and Terra being lovers is just really weird. Damian and Raven having no development with their relationship is just a letdown. Like I said, that was one of the more interesting parts of JL vs. TT. But yeah, overall, I don't really have a whole lot to say about the Justice League vs. Teen Titans, the Judas Contract. Do I recommend it as a watch? Yeah, it's entertaining. You know, it's not horrible. It's not a miserable watch. You're gonna get enjoyment out of it. But from a story standpoint, there's a lot happening, and then there's just not enough happening, and then there's just too much muddling within the plot that's just really hard to follow. So if you turn your brain off, this movie's entertaining. If you try to analyze it, you're gonna have a headache, because it's just one of those movies. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Now, this review's been really much of a ramble, because I don't really have a whole lot to say about this thing. But at the end of the day, I'm going to give Teen Titans Judas Contract a 7 out of 10. It has good things, it has bad things, and it has things in between. Overall, it's a good watch. It's not as good as Justice League Dark. And I like on the same par of Teen Titans versus Justice League. Though both movies I have problems with both those movies, but they're not horrible in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, those are my overall thoughts on Teen Titans The Judas Contract. If you've seen this, let me know in the comment sections below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? I want to know. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.